have to say we did have lunch last week. Coach Yates imposed a time frame on all speakers today. And Mike, you weren't there, but you definitely came right within it. It was perfect. So if you haven't had lunch with the guys, which Fritz set up for me, Fritz Meyer, it's quite the experience and the honor to get a chance to go to the boathouse and to one of the monthly meetings that I think they have to take place before guys go to Florida, right? That's a big key with the group. I thank you again, Fritz, and for the guys that let me come last week. I know Corey and I were outsiders there, and somehow Chuck Mayshock weaseled in, but we had a great time. I know you guys want to hear a little bit about this year's team, but first I can tell you, Dan, I definitely did grow up on all the stories of all three teams, really. Remiss to not mention that we probably should have won 3 in a row, right, Coach? And the thing that I used to ask my father about all the time is I didn't understand how did we win it after Oscar left. You know, as a younger kid, you would talk about those things, and I couldn't understand that. He kept explaining to me as a coach things like teamwork and leadership. Coach Yates was an older guy who'd come back from the military, right? And that team had tremendous character, tremendous leadership. They also had pretty good players. So you watch, Yancey was trying to watch pretty close on the screen. He said that, I don't know if it's the film, just so you guys know, I was trying to tell Yancey it was something with the millimeters that made the game look so much slower than it is today. And I do know that he would foul out. In fact, I don't know how easy stadium games back then. The way they called a foul every time you blow on somebody, nobody could play in the Big East on those tapes. But this year's team is fortunate that, I don't know if we have the jerseys. These guys are going to come up here. When I talk about our team this year, hopefully we're going to embody a lot of the things that the first title team embodied. Although we didn't lose the greatest player in history, we are going to be honored to wear throwback jerseys that Mike Waddell's had Adidas make for our team once every month in designated games. I will try to make sure we pick our biggest game of each month to wear those throwback jerseys. And trust me, we will do everything we can to honor you guys, not only with victory, but how we compete and the way you guys competed as a team. It would be a great honor for our guys to put these jerseys on. And I haven't told Tom Thacker this yet, but Corey and I are recruiting him to speak to the team about what it's about everything your guys' teams embody as far as leadership, hustle, determination. And I had a chance to meet Karen a minute ago, Coach Tucker's daughter, and I didn't tell you this. I was saying that my summer reading this summer included Power Basketball, Cincinnati Style by Ed Jucker, and I didn't even know that book existed until somebody told me, and I got a chance to read it this summer. It's very interesting reading because it really hasn't changed much. When I opened it, I thought, well, this is going to be so different. They talked about defensive pressure and how that wasn't talked about a lot back then. He attributed their success of the teams to their defensive intensity and their defensive pressure. Now, obviously, you guys weren't allowed to foul, and it wasn't as physical as it is now when you watch us, but it was very interesting reading and how similar it was to books I read now by coaches that write the same type of books now. It really blew my mind that the principles were so much the same, other than not the full court press part of it, but the physicality and in his mind, how much that was a factor into your success. But staying on that topic, our team this year, obviously the question I get asked a lot, though, you lost your 2 leading scorers, and I love both of those guys. But I fully expect our team to be much better. And I say that not as propaganda, I say that from experience. We practiced in April, we practiced in August, we played in September, and we work out every day. We have tremendous leadership. We have veterans. We play smart basketball. We don't make mental mistakes at the rate we did. Therefore, we take better shots. We're going to shoot a higher percentage. We have tremendous size. We're going to be able to bring seniors off the bench, which should allow us to maintain a level of intensity, but also not have any drop-off when we go to the bench. And a couple other things that I get asked about scoring. We have different guys that are going to be able to score the basketball. We had different leading scorer in all 3 games we played in Canada. And I fully believe this. We have an all-league player, somebody I think that's going to have a chance to compete for Big East Player of the Year. and for a lot of reasons. Before I introduce him, I'll tell you the main one is maturity, and the difference between when you guys play, in reference to the former players that are here, and even my table of my buddies that played in the 90s over there. This day and age, guys are expected to be a star the minute they walk on campus, and it's very, very unrealistic. It's very unfair, but that's just the internet age, that's the media age, and everybody's not John Wall, the #1 pick in the draft, who walks on campus and is ready for stardom. Yancey Gates' issue is when he signed on to help me rebuild the program, because of the fact that we were rebuilding, and everybody's so thirsty to get Cincinnati basketball back to the top of the college basketball world, everybody wanted him to be ready from day one. Well, that's not really realistic. Jason Maxiell wasn't ready from day one. We all know Kenyon Martin didn't play year one. You can look at his statistics, and he did get in the game, but that's because we were up 20 all the time. Or if we weren't up 20, he wouldn't have got in any games. And there was a guy named Danny Fortson on that team that played in front of him. So Yancey's been thrust into the spotlight at a young age. What hasn't killed him has only made him tougher. I'm extremely proud of him. He spent some time this summer training in California, running sand dunes with a guy that used to train Jerry Rice. He also told me he ate rice every day for about 30 days. And I asked him what he weighed. He said, they don't even have scales, but I can tell you I'm a lot lighter going up that hill than I was 3 weeks ago. But I firmly believe Yancey's going to be an all-Big East player because I see him every day. And I know Bill Cook is in attendance, and they asked me earlier in the summer, we did an article about Yancey and his progress. And I said, well, I'll tell you about it in the fall. We'll see how he does this summer. His maturity level, his dedication, his commitment, and his self-assessment. He's grown up a lot, and a lot of our players have, but they don't have the talent that he has. So when I talk about our team chemistry, our team play, and our commitment level, we have all those things, but it's important. You have to have an all-Big East player, let's be honest, in our league, and I think he's ready for the challenge. I know he's prepared every day. I know days that he's sneaking out, for you guys that live out near Blue Ash, running some hill they call Sycamore Hill at night. A lot of people don't know about that. Butch Jones has seen him at night running the football stadium. These are things he's doing without me, and these are things that championship players do, and great teams have guys that do these types of things. And statistics don't always tell the tale of the tape in Canada. It's hard to be the leading scorer and the leading rebounder when you got 3 guys tackling you on every play. So I was extremely proud of him up there, how he handled that. He had 3 guys that probably played like Wheezy, elbowing him in the back of the head every play up there, because they couldn't handle him. But he dealt with it. He passed out of the triple team most of the time and made our offense highly efficient. We shot over 55% from the field up there because of our passing, and more importantly because of the attention he was commanding in his passing. So I'm going to ask him to stand down. And I know that you don't have to talk, big fella, but you see that waistline has shrunk and that chest is expanded, and he has made a tremendous commitment over the summer, and he's grown up a lot, and he's taken a lot of heat over the last few years. Most of it that I would say is unfair. You can't ask a guy to be somebody he's not ready to be. And he's had to take that, and he's internalized it, and he's come out a better person for it. He's going to have a great year this year, and I think we should all give him a round of applause for his commitment. Now our biggest challenge is we've got to get him making free throws. If you were watching that film, Ohio State missed a key free throw with 47 seconds left in that game, the ball went in and out. Got to make free throws, and he's going to get to the foul line a lot this year. It's something we're working extremely hard on. If he doesn't do it, we'll blame Coach Jackson or my father. They got him on the side after every practice. Before I forget, some of my staff is here today. Chris Shoemate, if you guys could stand up. Larry Davis, Drew Soderberger, Coach Jackson helped plan the event, Mark Berger. Darren Savino is somewhere at large recruiting, and Winona Shawgun, who keeps us all in line, is hiding back there behind Yancey. That being said, we're excited about the upcoming season. Biggie got to speak yesterday downtown. It was the shortest speech in history. All he said was we play Xavier on January 6th. That was his speech. So that's good and bad. That means guys are not happy about the fact that we need to beat them. We had a tough loss to them last year, double overtime. It's good that the guys are fired up about it, but it's bad that we're even thinking about that. Because if you beat them a few times, you forget about it. But rest assured, we'll be ready for that game. As you guys know, I'm from here, so I hear it from all angles when we don't win that one, trust me. And not that I need to, it's tough enough on myself, but we got some other big games. We're playing Oklahoma on December 18th in a doubleheader with Oklahoma State plays where the Oklahoma City Thunder play. And that'll be an ESPN game. We got Dayton downtown at US Bank. And for some reason, Corey and Terry were playing Miami at Millette. I don't know why. Charlie Coles wore me down on that one. It was a 2-for-1 deal. We haven't been to Millette Hall since '92 when these guys went to the Final Four. It took them overtime to beat Miami, so I always kept that in the back of my mind. I figured Hugs thought, well, we're never going up there again. And they wore me down. But it's a great rivalry. We played for many years, and if you're going to play local teams, you might as well play people that have the class and integrity that a guy like Charlie Coles had. So I know I've gone a little bit long here, Coach, but I'm very, very excited about our upcoming season. It's an honor to be associated with the guys on this team. I'm going to try to slide this hat down low and take it with me. I'm not a big hat guy, but I'd love to have one of those and make sure we wear it with pride. Hopefully we can embody the things that your first team embodied, the reason you guys won the championship. Not that you didn't have great players, but everybody didn't expect the championship, obviously, after Oscar left. And I tell our guys, we expect to compete for the Big East championship. You know, our goal is to win the Big East championship. Now, the great thing about the league we're in, if we fall short and finish 5th, we might be ranked 13th in the country. But that's our goal this year. We feel we're ready to compete for it. We have the size, the strength, the depth to do it. Our guard play is going to be a big key for us, but our front line is definitely going to be able to compete with anybody in the country. And we're extremely excited to get going Friday at 7 o'clock. Before I step down, I know that we have 2 members, and I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I was trying to stand up and look around. It's hard when you're so short to stand up in the middle of the crowd. We have numerous donors here. I know we got Black Blazer people here. We have many George Smith people here. But in basketball, we have our tip-off club, which is people that do all that and more to help support men's basketball. So I know Bill and Diana Lauer are here, and Steve Boymel is here as well. And I hope I'm not missing anybody else. Thank you guys for what you do for the program. And if you guys want to come to practice, we'll see you Friday at 7, although I know most of you will be in Louisville for the game. And again, it's great to see you guys. It's an honor to be a part of today's events. Thank you.